So we have this lost month in February, basically. I mean,
Can you make
Boris
sense
Johnson,
of that? I mean, we know he went on holiday for half of it, but that might be a little bit simplistic. I mean, you must have wrestled with this question probably more than anybody else. What do you think explains the fact that February was the mother of all missed opportunities?
Well, it is. I mean, as always with disasters, or mostly, it's a number of factors that converge, and I think you've got to look at the personality of the Prime Minister. I mean, he's very laid back. He doesn't really believe in intervention, and his personal life has been chaotic, and he was dealing with that. He was dealing with the divorce. He was dealing with this new relationship. We've subsequently learned that his new partner was pregnant. He went on holiday. He was exuberant about leaving the European Union. He seems to have been distracted, basically, and didn't have, took his eye off the ball throughout the month, because he didn't attend any of the COBRA meetings until the one he went to and chaired on the 2nd of March.
Well, and that, I mean, out of sight, out of mind, I suppose. To move you forward, John Ashton, to where we are now, and you can pick whichever part you want, but I suppose the very curious quarantine that we've put in place at a time when our infection rate is higher than most of the countries whence travellers are coming, the school situation and possibly the testing and tracing. We've only got a couple of minutes left, but are you worried about the direction of traffic now? I mean, could you say better late than never, or are they still looking a little bit delinquent to you?
Well, the bottom line is we shouldn't be easing anything up until we've got the testing, tracing and isolating properly secured, and we still haven't. And there are still issues about personal protection in the care homes. I mean, depending on who you listen to, that seems to be an issue. So these are all things that we really should have got bottomed before we move to any easing off. And I would say that's at least the end of June before we should have done that. I'm more concerned now as well, though, about the educational situation, because this is going to produce a terrible injustice for a lot of children, particularly from poorer families who've not been able to maintain their education over the last couple of months. And those who are going to be doing GCSEs next year and A-levels next year are going to be at a significant disadvantage. And a lot of other children will be as well. I think it's been very hard for kids to do online learning from home, even if it's been quite well set up by the schools. And my view is that we also take this opportunity to do something very radical and accept the situation and say, right, let's recalibrate. Let's start the next school year from January and reset school years from January to December. There's been talk about that over the years, not just the schools, but the universities as well.